Morning. My name is Pastor Jeff from Dover Assembly of God in Dover, Pennsylvania. It's about 20 minutes south of Harrisburg in central PA, if you know where that's at. I'm beginning a new weekly devotional, about 5 or 6 minutes long, designed to encourage you or to bless you or to challenge you, or possibly if all three. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to get out into the world what the power of the gospel can do, what the power of God can do in your life, and how it can transform you from the inside out. And using everyday occurrences to really show you what God's Word means and how it says and how it affects you today. Our church, if you're interested, is doverassembly.com, the website. If you have any questions or comments about these issues that I talk about, please feel free to put them on the comment section below. I'm not a Bible answer man, but I will do my best to answer any questions you might have as well. So let's get into it. The other day I was driving my grandson around in the car, and he asked me, out of the blue, he said, Pap, was Pop-Up, that's my daddy, was he angry a lot? Did he get angry easily? And I thought that was kind of a unique question. I thought for a moment. I said, well, yeah, there was 3 of us boys, and I'm sure we got into some trouble. So, yeah, I'm sure my dad got upset with us. I'm sure he got mad. And I thought about that for a little while longer, and I asked him, I said, do you think that I get upset with you? And he said, occasionally, or sometimes. And I thought about that for the rest of the day, and I'm thinking to myself that children, he's 11, and sometimes I think children misunderstand parents' reaction to things, their rules or regulations, and their anger. They mistake those for being mean or angry at you. When my kids were little, if they were running to the street or they were doing something in the house that was going to cause them pain, I would instantly say something very loud and stern to get their attention to stop them from doing it, to stop them from maybe getting hurt. And at that point, I guess if you're an outsider looking in, you could say that I was being mean to them, or I was being angry at them, when in fact I was just trying to protect them from themselves or from them getting hurt from doing whatever they were planning on doing. And as you get older, as teenagers, and parents, if you have teenagers, you know what I'm talking about. The rules and regulations that you set down for them, they interpret as being mean or hateful, or you're trying to ruin their life. And if you're a parent, you've probably heard any of those expressions in your life from teenagers. But as they get older, teenagers hopefully find out that the rules and regulations and things you had them do or not do was designed to protect them from themselves, protect them from getting hurt, and protect them from the consequences of the actions they were going to take. And I thought about that for a while, and I thought, that's exactly the same way God deals with us. The Bible refers to God as our Father, so He's our parent. And the things that we interpret in God's Word as being maybe mean or trying to squash out the fun that we want to have is actually God setting up rules and regulations to protect us, either from ourselves or from the consequences of things we may encounter in our life. And as a parent, we want to do everything we can, and we're willing to absorb the comments from our kids because we know in the long run they're going to appreciate what we do. Now, I've got 4 girls. 3 of them are already grown with their own families. And I think they're beginning to understand and implement themselves the very things that they didn't like us for, the rules and regulations, because they realize that when they're older, they understand that what we did was designed to protect them and make them mature, responsible adults. And that's the same way as Christians. As you grow in the Lord, you realize that all these rules and regulations, and there's not a whole lot of them. A lot of people think there's thousands of rules and regulations, but there's not. There's a few that God tells us to do or not do in order to protect us and keep us from either harming ourselves or suffering consequences of our bad actions. And as a parent, He's doing that to protect us. And when you mature, you become an older Christian, you understand that the things that God requires of us or the things He tells us not to do are designed to make you a better person, a better mature adult, and to keep you from suffering consequences of bad choices and actions. The ultimate thing is, parents, we love our kids. We do the best for them. They may not think so at the time, but as they get older, they will. And as Christians, or anyone, even if you don't understand the Christian faith, the rules and regulations that God sets up for us are ultimately designed to protect you and make you a better person in the long run. God does that for us. God will do that for you as well. Hope this encourages you. Hope this challenges you. I encourage you to have a great week, and we'll see you here next week. God bless. God's provision.